Why is it that... I got a message. Why is it that when you lay down, your face, like, if it looks puffier? I don't know. Anyways, I have a question for you. And it feels like when you lay down, it feels like everything starts like drooping. Is it the age? Anyways, we're not here for that. Okay, I have a message for you. I want to ask you, how confident are you that you are going to heaven? How confident are you that you are going to heaven? How do you know that you are going to heaven? Like, what is your ticket to heaven? Do you know? For me, and for anyone that believes in Jesus, and let me say that I didn't know who Jesus was, so it doesn't matter. Like, your past doesn't matter. What matters is now, today, and the future. I didn't know who God was. I didn't know who Jesus was for sure. I didn't care to know who he was. Like, I had no respect for Jesus, period. And I love to say that because I love him so much now. I respect him so much. And my life without Jesus would just... I'd be lost. Okay? So I love saying that I didn't know who he was because that's 100% true. I didn't respect him. When I heard the word Jesus, I couldn't even say the word Jesus in my mouth. It was, forgive me, you know it's true. It was stupid for me to say the word. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't even know who he was. And I didn't care to know. Okay? I didn't even know if there was a God. Okay? I doubt it. And I was like borderline atheist. So what I want to say is that your past doesn't matter. What you've done doesn't matter. What matters is today and the future from now on. Okay? So let's say, God forbid, you drop dead today, tonight. Where are you going? Do you think the doors of heaven are open for you, or do you think you're going to hell? And the only reason why you would go to hell would be because you don't accept that Jesus died for you. That is your only ticket to heaven. Because we're never going to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect, ever. You're always, as long as you're living in this skin, you are never going to be perfect, okay? Ever. You can always try to be more like Jesus. Like, you can always try to be more like him. Obviously, you try to act more Christ-like. You try to be nice. You try to do the right things. You try to give money to the church, to the poor. You help the orphans. You help the widows. You help this and that. But that is not your ticket to heaven. It doesn't matter how many times you open the door to an elderly person. That doesn't take you to heaven. If you do not believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. Period. And I'm not saying that. It says it in the Bible. When Jesus died on the cross, because he actually did die on the cross, like it actually did happen. When he died, he said, I am the way, I am the truth. I am the only way to the Father, and nobody gets to the Father, which is God, through me, which is Jesus. Okay? So if we don't believe in Jesus, we're cooked. If we don't believe in Jesus, we're going to hell. And the enemy will use anything to distract you. He'll use religion, okay, to distract us. Catholic, Muslim, Christianity, what's the other? Mormons. Like, he will use religion against us so that we can be against each other, when all we have to focus on is Jesus. That's it. All we have to focus on is Jesus and how he actually died for all of us. He died for you so that you can go to heaven. Why? Because God already knew that we were sinful. God already knew that we had no way. He wanted to save us because we were so evil, so wicked. So he had to send Jesus, because Jesus is perfect. And you know how in math, plus and negative equals nothing? So he paid our debt. Let's say he was a positive and we were the negative. So he had to sacrifice himself to save the negative so that it could equal to nothing. So there's no sin. We are washed clean. We are washed clean with his blood. So when you say, and there's no magic word, all you have to say is, you know what? I believe. Read the Bible. It's there. Listen to YouTube videos. Watch YouTube videos about it. Está en el local. I'm at my job. My business, actually, but it's my job. So yeah. Just believe in Jesus. Bye.